Make sure to get your free money from Moomoo, up to 5 free shares of stock, each up to $3,500, and you also have a shot at a free share of Twitter. Just use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get your money. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So check it out. It's about 12:15 on the East Coast right now, and the markets all across the board are all over the place. Yet again, guys, the Russell's up 0.7%, the Nasdaq's down 0.1%, we have the S&P up 0.6%, as the Dow's up 0.3%, the VIX is down about 5%, and we have gold and silver up about 0.4% each. So we got to break down the markets in this video, talk stocks, charts, earnings, what I'm looking to do. So sit back, relax, smash that like button, and subscribe, and of course take a sip of your coffee, and let's get right into the video. So again, markets are all over the place. VIX is down, and even though the Nasdaq is down a little bit, I would still consider today a pretty good day, pretty good day thus far for the bulls, right? And that's as of now. It's only 12:15. We could easily go red later on today, but as of now, the bulls are doing pretty well, right? So take a look. What I'm noticing on this 10-day chart is, and mind you guys, this is for both SPY and Triple Q, both of these are still well within the downtrend on the 10-day chart, the 20-day chart, and of course on the 4-hour chart as well. If you guys take a look, we are clearly still downtrending, and just because we're up a little bit today, a little green day for the S&P Russell and the Dow, it doesn't mean that we're full on reversing quite yet. So let's just get that out there in the beginning of this video. And another thing that I'm noticing on both SPY and Triple Q, which I just started noticing today because it just started to form today, we are seeing an inverse head and shoulders. Look at this. A very little one, but it is one nonetheless. Look at this. Left shoulder right here. We have the head right here. The right shoulder right here, right at about 415, 416. And if this ends up playing out, SPY might have, this little rally that we're seeing could have legs maybe to about 425 to about 430, right? Especially if we end up taking out this 180 SMA on this 10-day chart, which as of now, when I'm filming this, that is actually a big sticking point for the S&P 500 ETF here, which is SPY, right? SPY. You guys should know that by this point, right? So take a look. If we take out 419 to 420, right? I'm going to put my alert. Let's just put an alert at 420 for now. Mark is at or above. If that point ends up breaking, I think we're going to go up to 430 in the very, very short term. And from that point, sure, we might end up selling off again. The bears might gain momentum again from that point. But in the short term, very, very short term, maybe the next couple of days here, maybe the rest of this week, we might end up breaking out. If we do take 420 out, we might see that rally. So keep that in mind, guys. Seriously, SPY could be moving up another maybe 2.5% if it does crack above 420. Now going to Triple Q, which you guys know is the tech-heavy ETF here, we're seeing the same thing. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, we're right by the moving averages, under the moving averages on this 10-day chart. So if Triple Q takes out 320, 321, we'll put the alert at 321, which I think was that pre-market high or the high from last night or something like that. If 321 breaks, 325 to 330 is right around the corner. In fact, I think 330 is where it could go if that right shoulder completes and this inverse head and shoulders plays out. And at that point, like I said with SPY, we might continue the downtrend. Bears might start, coming back in to push the markets down. So set your alerts, right by these moving averages on the 10-day chart. If we get that break, I'm telling you, we might get finally an extended, I don't want to say an extended relief rally per se, but let's just say maybe another one or two more green days. We'll see how it plays out, guys. That's kind of what I'm personally noticing right now on Triple Q and on SPY. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think? Seriously, do you think we are going to rally? Do you think we're going to end up dumping from here? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 25K. The goal is to get to 25K by the end of this week. So if you haven't already, and I know some of you guys haven't, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, let's get into some stocks now. Let's talk about some stocks that are moving up. And some are moving up way more than others. Number one is Western Digital, let's pull this one up, WDC. This is up 15%, over 15% on the day thus far when I'm filming this video. And if I pull up the 4-hour chart, what we're noticing is, like SPY and Triple Q, well, it's not very similar. Well, I guess the pattern's the same, but it's on a larger scale here for Western Digital. What we're seeing is an inverse head and shoulders, right? We have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. We have a golden cross. We're well above both moving averages on this time frame, which honestly might be a problem in the short term. I think this thing needs to pull back. So first and foremost, we are overbought. Volume's kicking up like crazy today. So this needs to pull back, in my opinion, before I will get into it. But the reason why it's moving up so aggressively today is because activist investor Elliott Investment Management urged Western Digital Corporation on Tuesday, which is today, to separate its Flash business and offered to invest $1 billion to facilitate a sale or a spinoff of the business. The hedge fund believes the Flash business segment would be worth anywhere from $17 billion to about $20 billion, and I'm not sure the timeline on that. When this hedge fund, Elliott Management, believes this segment of the business will be worth 17 to 20 billion, but that's what they believe. Whether it's in a couple of years from now, 5 years from now, I don't know. Let's see if they specified it here on the live news tab. But overall, that's what I'm seeing right now for WDC. And on top of that, they reported earnings a couple of days ago in the end of April. They did adjusted, or maybe that's not adjusted. They did EPS. Yeah, I think it's unadjusted, of $1.65 versus $1.41 estimated, which crushed it. Revenue came in at $4.38 billion versus $4.05 billion estimated. So nice double beat for EPS and revenue for Western Digital, and their guidance is pretty dang strong as well, guys. Take a look. They see Q4 sales of $4.5 to $4.7 billion versus $4.36 billion estimated. So that is a lot higher than the estimate for sales for the next quarter, and adjusted EPS of $1.60 to $1.90 versus $1.30 estimated. So very solid guidance for WDC. They crushed earnings, and they're looking to potentially spin off parts of their business here, based on what Elliott Investment is looking to do right now. So yeah, that's pretty solid. And this is by far, I ran a couple of screeners today. This is by far, excuse me, guys, voice crack. We're not editing this video, so we're going one take. This is by far the most green stock, at least that I was able to see today. Obviously, there's probably, some penny stocks out there that are going up 500% today, but I don't look at penny stocks, guys. I'm not a penny stock channel. We don't pump penny stocks here. We're not scumbags. We talk about large cap, mid cap stocks. We do talk about small caps, but other YouTube channels, they try and pump stocks. Oh, buy this, buy that, and they're front running all their trades or whatever. Screw all that BS. We're not talking about penny stocks, but overall, this stock was the most green one that I was able to see in my screeners, guys, and it's up 15%. So keep an eye on it. And again, it needs to come down a little bit, in my opinion. If it came back down, where would be a reasonable spot? Probably mid to high 50s, believe it or not. $57, that was resistance in the middle of February. If we come back down to that point, consolidate a little bit, RSI cools off, that could be a spot where, hey, we might be able to get in on Western Digital. So what do you guys think about that one? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now let's talk about stock 2, which is BP. They reported earnings this morning, and the stock is going ballistic, guys. It is up 7.8%. They did EPS of $1.92 versus $1.33 estimated. They crushed EPS, but they did not crush on revenue. $49.26 billion versus $57.71 billion estimated. So they missed wildly on revenue, because a lot of this is because of Russia. They took a $25.5 billion hit from exiting Russia a couple weeks ago. When was that? 2 months ago? I don't know. But they took a big hit from exiting Russia. And the stock, believe it or not, is still doing quite well. We'll talk about the chart in a second here. Let's see, though. It looks like they are announcing a $2.5 billion share buyback. So many companies, guys, are doing freaking share buybacks right now. A lot of energy companies as well that I've noticed, and a lot of big tech companies in general, like they have been for a while at this point, right? So a lot of buybacks are going on in the markets right now. BP, like I said, is up almost 8% on the day thus far. And, take a look. Check it out. It's above both moving averages, well above both moving averages. We are a little bit overbought, slightly overbought on the RSI, but at the end of the day, RSI, we don't judge everything based off one indicator, right? If this thing breaks above 3150, even if the RSI is overbought, it could still end up ripping towards the mid-30s. I mean, that's what we're dealing with right now with these energy stocks. They are very volatile, and they swing violently in either direction. And at this point, it looks like this wants to swing to the upside, right? So I have my alert at 3150. We're breaking out. We're almost above the wedge. If we take out 3150, which is the multi-month resistance right now, it was resistance back in the end of March, also end of April. If that point breaks, I'm telling you guys, $34, mid-high 30s, that is where BP could be going, especially if energy continues crushing it, crude oil continues doing well, which at this point, I don't know what crude oil is doing today so far. Let's see together, guys. It is down a little bit, down about 1.8%. But if crude oil gets above, let's say 110 a barrel, starts breaking out 115 plus, and right now it's at 103 for some context, guys. If we do break 110, 115, that is where these stocks, energy stocks, are going to go even crazier, in my opinion. So I'm just waiting on it. I'm watching it, and BP is not the only one. I talked about some other ones on my Patreon video this morning. If you guys want to join my Patreon, you get all my buys, sells, call outs, morning videos exclusive to Patreon members. That is linked down below. Now is the best time to sign up if you want to try it out here in the early in the month. And if you don't like it, you can always cancel it, right? So check that link out down below. So BP is one that I'm watching very, very closely. And Dow Inc. DOW is the ticker, guys. This is another one that I'm watching now as it's pulled back a little bit. It hit 71.85 about 2 weeks ago. Now it's come down recently to about $65. It pulled back not even 10%, guys. It didn't even get into correction territory, but now it is moving up on the day. It is up 1.6%. If we pop up this 10-day chart, what we're noticing on Dow Inc., guys, is we're right towards the top of this downtrending channel that we've been in for the past 2 weeks as Dow Inc. has been selling off. And mind you, look at this. On the 10-day chart, we are above both moving averages, which I'm not going to lie, that is a very, very good sign. So if we end up breaking the downwards channel, and that would occur probably at about $69, let's do an alert right now. Put one at 69, mark is out or above. If we break that point, 72 is right around the corner. We break the channel on the 10-day. The uptrend will then continue on the 4-hour, right? Which is what we're seeing. This clearly is continuing the uptrend. Now all we got to do is get that breakout on the 10-day chart, and we could end up grabbing, a couple percentage points, 3 to 4 to 5% on the breakout. And as a trader, guys, I'm personally a long-term investor and a trader. I do both, best of both worlds, right? As a trader, the goal is not to grab every percentage point of profit, right? If a stock runs up 15%, it is unrealistic for you to expect to get 13% of that profit, right? Or that move. You're not going to grab all of it. But if you're able to get, let's say, if it runs up 15%, if you're able to get in and out and get your 2%, 3% out of that move, boom, just like that, you are good, right? So don't focus too much on grabbing the entire move, but focus on what your goal is. At the end of the day, what is your goal? What is your percentage goal, right? If you want to make 0.5%, there you go. Make 0.5%, get out, and then you're done for the day. Do you want to make 3%? Do you want to trade options and try and make more? Because, with the options market, obviously, there's more upside, right, with calls and puts. We're not going to get into that in this video, but the way they work, there's more upside. So you just got to ask yourself, what do you want to do? What's your goal? And go for it. Make a plan and go for it. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. We talked about WDC, BP, Dow Inc., and of course, we broke down the overall markets. What are your thoughts? Drop me a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to join my Patreon, and make sure to get your free money from Moomoo up to 5 free shares of stock, each up to $3,500. All you guys got to do is use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and you also got a shot at a free share of Twitter. So use that link again, get your money. I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.